Hello everyone. In this lecture we are going to discuss about voltage source and current source, in which we will see the basics of voltage and current source, and also independent dependent voltage and current source, and ideal and practical voltage and current source. So let's start with that. So first we have to know the basics of this. So actually we have seen throughout our first year engineering, and also in at 11th 12th class of that there are two types of elements within an electrical and electronic circuit, that is passive element and active elements. An active element is that is capable of continuously supplying energy to a circuit, such as a battery, generator, and operational amplifier, etc. Passive elements, of the other hand, are physical elements, such as a resistor, capacitor, inductor, etc., which cannot generate electrical energy by themselves, but only consume it. So the types of active circuit element that are most important to us are those that supply electrical energy to electrical circuits or network connected to them. These are all called as electrical sources, with the two types of electrical sources being the voltage source and the current source. So the current source is usually less common in circuit than the voltage source, but both are used and can be regarded as complements of each other. So we will see here the electrical sources, that is the voltage and current. So in electrical sources, both voltage source or a current source can be classified as being their independent, that is ideal, or dependent, that is controlled, or that is whose values depend on voltage or current elsewhere within the circuit, which itself can either constant or time varying. When dealing with a circuit law and analysis, electrical sources are often viewed as being ideal. So that is, the source is ideal because it could theoretically deliver an infinite amount of energy without loss, terribly having characteristic represented by a straight line. Real however in a real or practical sources, see here, there is always a resistance either connected in parallel for a current source, or a series for a voltage source associated with the affected its output. So here, so basically you can say that the source is an active network element meant for generating electric energy, or the various types of sources available in electrical network are voltage and current sources there. So voltage source has a forcing function of EMF, whereas the current source have a forcing function of currents. So let's start with the classification of that. So source are classified into two terms, that is voltage and current source, as we discussed in the previous slide. So also in a voltage source there are two categories, like ideal voltage source and practical voltage source. Similarly in current source also there is an ideal current source and practical current source. So let's start with the voltage source first. Voltage source is a two-terminal device, that is here A and B, two-terminal device whose voltage at any instant of time is constant and is independent of the current drawn from it, and such as a voltage source is called as an ideal voltage source, and the having zero internal resistance. So in ideal source, 2 points will be noted, that there is a zero internal resistance and there is an independent current drawn from it. And practically and ideally voltage source cannot be obtained. Okay, so source having some amount of internal resistance are known as a practical source. If there is an internal source, that will be a practical voltage source, and if there is the absence of an internal source, that means the internal resistance will be zero. So in that case, that source is known as the ideal voltage source. So due to the internal resistance, voltage drop takes place and it causes the terminal voltage to reduce. So the smaller is the resistance of the voltage source, the more closer it to an ideal source. So the symbolic representation of ideal and practical voltage source is here. So in this figure A, it is shown that the circuit diagram and characteristics of ideal voltage source is here. When there is a time in hour which there is a constant voltage, that will be an ideal. So in figure B, it shows the given circuit diagram and characteristics for practical voltage source. So when the time is varying, the voltage will be slightly decreasing because of the internal resistance. So move towards the current source. So the current source are further categorized as ideal and practical current source, as we saw in the previous slide. So an ideal current source is a two-terminal circuit element which supplies the same current to any load circuit resistance connected across its terminal, and it is important to keep in mind that the current supplied by the current source is independent of the voltage of the source terminal, and it has an infinite resistance. So note that it has an infinite resistance. Okay, and in a practical current source here, and in the practical current source, it is represented as an ideal source connected with a resistance in a parallel. So here is the ideal source connected resistance in parallel, so it will become a practical current source. So from figure C, it is shown the characteristics of an ideal current source, which gives an ideal current source, that is a constant, and in D, it is a practical current source in which the current will be reduced due to the infinite resistance. So again, we will move towards some more classification like dependent and independent voltage and current source. So energy sources is categorized as two: direct and alternating. It is DC and AC. So in DC there is a independent voltage and current source and dependent voltage and current source, and it is the dependent voltage and current source are again classified into 4 points, that is the voltage controlled voltage source, voltage controlled current source, current controlled voltage source, that is CCVS, and current controlled current source, that is CCCS. So what is independent voltage and current source? Independent sources are that which does not depend on any other quantity in the circuit, and they are two terminal devices and have a constant value, that is the voltage across two terminal remains constant irrespective of all the conditions. So the strength of the voltage or current is not changed by any variation in the connected network. The source is said to be an either independent voltage or independent current source. In this, the value of voltage and current is fixed and is not adjustable. So so we will move towards the dependent voltage and current source. The source whose output voltage or current is not fixed but depend on the voltage or current in another part of the circuit is called dependent or controlled source. So they are four terminal devices. When the strength of voltage or current changes in the source for any change in the connected network, they are called as dependent source. The dependent source are represented by a diamond shape, as we saw in previous slide, and it is further classified as these four, that is VCVS, VCCS, and CCVS and CCCS. So let's start with these four dependent voltage and current source. So first one is voltage controlled voltage source. In voltage controlled voltage source, the voltage source is dependent on any element of the circuit. And here in this figure, the voltage source, the voltage across the source, here you see, this is the source, this is the voltage. So the voltage across the source VB is dependent on the voltage across the terminal CD. So we will get the value as VAB is directly proportional to VCD, or you can rewrite this equation as VAB equals to K into VCD, where the K is the constant term. Similarly, voltage controlled current source, that is VCCS, in this the current of the source IB, there is a current source and there is a current for this terminal is IAB. It's depend on the voltage across the terminal CD as shown here. So what will be the formula? So IAB is directly proportional to VCD. So we can rewrite this equation as IAB equals to N into VCD, where N is equals to constant here. So next one is, and that N1 is also known as transconductance, and its unit is mho. So next one is current controlled voltage source. In this voltage source of the network depend on the current of the network as shown here. So here the voltage of source VAB is dependent on the current of the branch ICD. So we can write the equation as VAB is directly proportional to ICD. So we can also rewrite this equation as VAB is equals to R into ICD, where R is a constant. And last one is the current controlled current source, that is CCCS. In this the current source is dependent on the current of the branch, another branch, as shown here. So IAB is dependent on ICD. So IAB is directly proportional to ICD. Therefore we can write this equation as IAB equals to beta into ICD, where beta is a constant again. So this is the source transformation. The source transformation technique is required to simplify an electrical or electric circuit for analysis. In complex problem it is very useful. So you can see here there is a two types of conversion here. There is a voltage to current source and current to voltage source. So let's start with the first conversion, that is voltage source to current source conversion. Assume that here is a voltage source with the terminal voltage V and the internal resistance is R. This resistance in series. So the current supplied by the source is I equals to V by R. So when the source of the terminal are shorted, then this current is supplied by the equivalent current source, and the same resistance R will be connected across the source. So the voltage source to current source conversion is here. Similarly, in current source to voltage source conversion, assume a current source with the value I and the internal resistance R. Now according to the Ohm's law, the voltage across the source can be calculated as V equals to IR. So hence the voltage appearing across this source when terminal are open is V. So here is the transformation. So note that whenever you have to convert the voltage to current source, the current source is here, and in voltage source there is a series in resistance, so it will become in parallel with this side in current source side. And similarly in current source to voltage source conversion, there is a current and parallel with that there is an internal resistance. When we convert to it in voltage source, there will be a series resistance over here. So this is the conversion of voltage and current source, and it is the replica of each. I hope you will get the source transformation, ideal and practical voltage and current source and dependent current and voltage source, and how it will be converted for simplifying the complex circuit. Thank you.